Okay, enough Star Wars. I have solid fucking proof, man, that we went to the moon. It's more solid in your head, Jarrah. It's a rock. It's moon rocks. A whole bunch, like 800 freaking pounds of rocks they brought back from the moon. Now you tell me. Now they say scientists all over the damn world have tested these damn moon rocks. Now,
okay.
Got you.
First of all, moon rocks, you actually compare them to the rocks that they have on Earth. Okay, you actually compare those, you'll find out that the moon rocks, they have a mineralogy and isotopes and chemistry, elements, all identical to the Earth. Then they claim, oh, well, there's differences, like they get no water, but now we know that there is water in those moon rocks. Okay, so that eliminates the theory that they came from the moon.
Oh, but recently they just said there's water on the moon, right?
I think they did that just to counteract my film, which proved, I picked up on an ABC news report in which it turns out that the actual moon rocks that are up there are different to those that are actually on the moon.
Oh, but you're talking about ABC, you're talking about mainstream news. How can you trust those fuckers?
Well, this is the news that broadcasted the moonwalk videos, allegedly.
Oh, yeah, you got me there. Hold on. I know I got this one. I know, because I remember somebody saying when I went to one of those one of my wonderful sites that I love to go to, Bot or something like that. I remember I was asking somebody about this moon rock stuff, and he said that because of the radiation on the outside of the rock that would have burned away on re-entry into the Earth, that there's no damn way that those could be faked moon rocks.
Well, you got to realize that the radiation in space is very penetrative. You need scientists have proposed tunneling 6 feet under the moon's surface just to hide from the radiation if they ever go there. Just build bases or whatever. Okay, so a tiny moon rock, that's not going to protect you from the radiation. It'll go straight through it. So you're going to find radiation inside the rock as well. And furthermore, you can get cosmic radiation from meteorites here on Earth. As far as chipping away the outer surface goes, to remove the evidence of passage through the atmosphere, there's still going to be all this evidence of extraterrestrial, presence inside it, because the radiation penetrates that far. You've got helium-3 on the inside as well as on the outside. Okay. So chipping away the outer surface isn't going to do anything.
Okay, hold on. You're going too fast. Remember, I'm a propagandist. I'm not a very smart person. So just slow down. You always come back to this goddamn radiation. It's like you're ace in the hole, and it's not fair. Just because you say it's all deadly doesn't mean it is. Just because Van Allen said back in '58 it's deadly doesn't mean it is. Because realize now, this is 2009, Jarrah. Mm-hmm. We have better Geiger counters nowadays, don't we?
We have better Geiger counters now, and we also have modern scientists who say. So, for example, John H. Malden. In his book, he proposed a starship with 2 meters of shielding, and he says that whilst you're aboard the starship, when you go through the Van Allen belts, the doses, because of this water shielding, it would have been reduced to 1 rem per day, which I believe is about 0.0047 rem per hour.
Okay, well, why should I trust Malden? Who the fuck is he? Was he on the moon?
He was an ex-astrophysicist for NASA who has taught physics and astrophysics at various universities, and he worked on the Voyager program.
Okay, well, I'm no fucking astrophysicist, so I can't really argue with him, obviously. But how am I? Just because you said he is, or can I look this up somewhere?
Yeah, you can read his book. It's Prospects for Interstellar Travel. It was published in 1991.
No, if I read his book, then I'll prove to myself that I'm wrong, and I'm not going to do that because I'm a propagandist, remember? God damn it, hold on. What about the retroreflectors? Didn't they have retroreflectors? They put them on the moon, we bounce lasers off them?
They have retroreflectors on the unmanned missions too, like the Lunarcy rovers. The ones that the Russians carried up, they had the retroreflecting dishes. But even without the retroreflectors, you can bounce signals. You can bounce radio signals and laser signals off the moon. They did that by...
No, wait a sec, hold on. You said the Russians went to the moon and put retroreflectors on there too?
They sent unmanned missions up there.
Well, yeah, because they didn't go to the moon, right?
They didn't go to the moon. They didn't send any people up there, but they sent some unmanned flights up there.
Didn't they just have Neil Armstrong bring their retroreflectors with his?
Well, Neil Armstrong and the other guys, they allegedly brought their reflectors up there, and they allegedly put them on their landing sites. The Russians, they sent their probes to different landing sites, and the Lunarcy rovers, they allegedly deployed their own reflecting dishes on there. Now, you hear these claims that, the Russians, they don't reflect to the same degree of accuracy. Yet you talk to people who bounce this stuff off. They say that the Russian reflectors, they offer the same degree of accuracy as one of the Apollo reflectors. So you can't really tell the difference between a manned and unmanned mission. So they could have done with something as easy as the Surveyor craft. Okay, I'm slow. Remember, I'm a propagandist, but
are you saying that you think that we put unmanned retroreflectors on the moon, or what are you trying to say? Because you know, I mean, NASA said that guys put them on there when they went there in '69 and '70.
Well, they could have just done that with they could have sent an unmanned probe there with all the pre-recorded signals and whatever, and plus a little reflector on there. Hold up the reflecting dish, and there you go. You got your reflector up.
Okay, but that's not what NASA says.
That's not what NASA says. Just what they says doesn't mean they actually did it.
Wait, now I'm having difficulty because it's like you're calling NASA liars, and that really bugs me because you know that's like they're like gods, dude. They're like, you know, they can put people into space. I mean, can you put people into space?
Hey, if I build a large enough rocket, I could put people into space. We've got civilian agencies who are now, you know, designing private airlines and that sort of stuff that could probably go into space, like the Spaceship One.
Yeah, but do they go to the moon?
They go
like
to,
NASA did.
Well, no, they don't go to the moon yet. They obviously need heaps of shielding, obviously. So far, they're just focusing on...
You keep talking about this shielding. They have beautiful nylon outfits and aluminum freaking walls, and steel. Didn't they have steel to block the radiation?
Well, they had steel frames, but the main shielding was the aluminium. The shielding was very thin on the lunar module. It was thinner than what they had on the command module, which was about 3 centimeters of aluminium on the command module. On the lunar module, they just had a few sheets of aluminium foil as the shielding. You put your finger there and it goes right to the walls.
Okay, well, like if you use aluminum and heat hits it, it bounces off of it, right?
Well,
so doesn't it do that for radiation?
It doesn't do that for radiation because aluminium, it increases the risk of particle fragmentation. In fact, they used aluminium shielding on the ISS at one stage, and that increased the... See, the normal doses in space is about 0.025 rem per hour, I believe, right? Sorry, per day. Okay, that increased the regular doses in space, in low Earth orbit space, this aluminium, it increased the doses to 0.1 rem per hour. Sorry, 0.1 rem per day. 0.1 rem per day. It was originally 0.027 rem per day. Okay, this aluminium on the ISS, it increased it to 0.1 rem per day. Okay, that's increased by nearly 4 times.
So what you're saying is that after they used aluminum to shield it, it made it worse.
It made it worse. Aluminium, it just worsens. It's a terrible shield.
I use it in my microwave. Well, no, it doesn't work good when I put it in my microwave. Hold on. You're kind of fucking me up here, Jarrah, because you know, I don't know what to say. I mean, why would Van Allen lie about radiation to Time magazine? I mean, that's a that's a reputable magazine.
Well, obviously, his original research showed that the Van Allen radiation belts were obviously deadly. Okay, that's obviously conflicting to what NASA wants us to believe about Apollo. So they put the pressure on him, and they said, "Look, don't ever talk about this being deadly. You know, you or else we'll kill you."
Like, but you're making NASA sound so sinister, like they hired Nazis or something to run the place.
Well, they did hire Nazis. Werner von Braun was a Nazi. He built the V2.
Well, but he wasn't a bad Nazi, was he? He was one of the good ones, right?
Man, he built the V2 rocket, which was through slave labor, which was used to bomb all these people in England.
Yeah, but he wasn't like a killer of Jewish people or nothing, right?
Man, he wore the Nazi uniform, and he worked in these underground dungeons where they had all these Jewish people, you know, working to build these rockets, working to build all these people, you know, slave labor, where they hung the 5 slowest workers a day, and they did terrible things to these people. But
just because he's in charge didn't mean he actually he was the one doing this stuff, right? I mean, he was von Braun. He was our hero, wasn't he?
Mate, it was George Bush who was ordering the Iraq War, and it was technically von Braun ordering the construction of these rockets. How do you define the difference?
Well, yeah, but George Bush says we're going back to the moon too. So there you go.
Yeah, right. He said he offered going back to the moon during his presidential campaign, where he says, "Oh yeah, we're going to go back to the moon." Yeah, right. First of all, you need to clean up everything that you've done in Iraq and Afghanistan now.
know I'm going to win this argument because I'm a fucking propagandist, and we always win.